Welcome to onlineaccounting.lk. So I'm Kasun Priyadarshana, who is your facilitator for BL2 subject. So which is in business level 1. So in here we are going to talk about an introduction to this subject, and we are going to talk about how will be the exam paper and how we are going to take you to that exam through our process. So in this subject, so CSL has announced that they are going to hold 2 exams on July and September. So we don't know whether they can bring that exam into July because with the situation in Sri Lanka now. So however, if they can't keep that exam on July, they will give another date or they will postpone that exam to September. However, you can watch our videos until your exam date. So let's go in and talk about how will be the exam paper and how will be the subject and what you are going to learn about through this subject. So in this, the exam paper have 50 questions, maybe 50 questions, maybe all those questions are OTQs. So OTQs are mainly MCQs, short answering, and or matching answers, or fill in the blanks. You may have all these 4 types, and maybe you have gone through this with the mock exam as well as with the pilot paper. So all the mock exam and the pilot paper had 50 MCQs, but you have to prepare for 50 OTQs, including these 3 as well. So to give the answers for 50 questions, you have 2 hours, which means you have more than 2 minutes for each question, and it is adequate for answering. So what you have to do is you have to read the question very carefully and answer it. If you read the question carefully and if you understood that question, definitely you can get the answer. Okay, now you have 2 hours and more than 2 minutes per each question, and 50 OTQs are there. So all these 50 OTQs are coming through 12 subjects. 12 subs are there. So all these 50 OTQs are coming from that 12 subjects. 12 chapters. All these chapters are like linked to businesses. So that is the subject, business mathematics and statistics. So you have like basic mathematics, and as well as you have some chapters which include statistics, and all those things are linked to businesses. And in here we are going to link all those questions, all those examples, and all those like problems linked to businesses and giving you the practical knowledge. So rather than giving the theoretical knowledge, so theoretical knowledge is there. So we take the theory out and we are linking it to businesses and giving you out the practical knowledge. So you can answer or you can apply all those theories in your day-to-day lives, because you are learning about businesses, because that's your mainstream. Okay. Now 12 chapters are there. So 6 to 8 chapters include basic mathematics, which you have learned in O levels, from grade 6 to grade 11. And after that, there are some complex chapters which you don't have an idea, which includes statistics. But don't worry, we are here to teach you all those things. Okay, let's see what are those chapters. So the first chapter is applying basic mathematics for business. Applying basic maths. So under that, we are going to learn about profits or the profit margins. So you know what is profit, and taxes, including sales tax, income tax, and discounts, all those things. So all these things you have learned in O levels under percentages. So you know that. Then the next one is about like discounting. Discounting, under this you will learn about time value of money. Time value of money. Under that you will learn about what are the determinants of time value of money, and you will learn about interest, which means simple interest, compound interest is there. All these things you have learned in O levels. Then the investment plans, and the future value and the present value of money. So basically in here you will get that idea that 100 rupees in today will not be equal the same as the value on tomorrow. So that is the basic idea of this lesson. And the next one, the third lesson is annuities and perpetuities. So maybe that those two words are new to you. So don't worry that we will teach you the lesson. Under that we will learn about the present value and the future values of all these things. So these are connected. These lessons are connected. And the next one, the fourth lesson. In the fourth lesson, it is loan amortization. Loan amortization. So you know what is loans. Maybe you are not familiar with the word amortization, so don't worry. There are some tables to find out this. So we will teach you what are the tables. And about the leasing, under this leasing, you know what is leasing. So under leasing, the installments and the repayments and all these things, and finally the decision, lease or buy. You have to take that decision whether to buy or whether to lease after learning that lesson. So all the problems, all the things, all the questions are based on this one. Next one, the fifth one, algebra and equations. So under this lesson, you will learn how to make formulas and equations and how to solve them and solving. And also the simultaneous equations. Simultaneous equations. You know what is simultaneous equations? You have learned that in your O levels. So you will have some terms, some algebraic terms which you don't know, and you have to find out the value for that terms. Maybe you have two terms, x and y, so you have to find out values for x and y as well. So from simultaneous equations. So under that lesson, all these things you will be learned. Sixth lesson, it is graphs. So in your O levels, you have learned how to draw graphs, linear graphs, and also quadratic things, these types of one. So to draw graphs, you want to have equations. So you should know how to solve them. And also, as this is business mathematics, all the graphs are based on cost, revenue, and also the profit. Cost, revenue, and profit. So basically it is business mathematics. So graphs also under businesses. Okay. So you will get that, and also we will teach you how to find optimal solutions, how to find the the units that should be produced to maximize the profit, how to find the number of units that should be produced to minimize the cost, and all these things, all the decisions that you should take under businesses, we will teach you how to take that. And under that, we will teach you calculus. So you can find out this optimal solution and all these things under calculus. So calculus is a lesson which is in A levels under combined mathematics, but in here we will teach you a smaller part that will be go with this optimal solution and all these things. And the next one, the seventh lesson, it is descriptive statistics. So all these two lessons are connected. Under descriptive statistics, charts, histograms, median, mode, mean, all those things will be there. So same as these lessons, mean, mode, median, all these things you have learned in your O levels. So you should have a basic idea on that. So this is the lesson that we are going to now. It is changed from mathematics to now statistics. So up to sixth lesson you have basic mathematics. After that, statistics is coming to the stage. So descriptive statistics is the seventh lesson. Then the eighth one, it is dispersion and measurements. So you know that to find out all these things, mean, mode and median and all those things, you want to have a data set. Now you have data. When you are doing businesses, you have data. So under that data, with that data, we are deriving some information that are very useful for businesses. So we are going to teach you how to take that information, and through that information you can take decision of businesses. So after the seventh lesson, all those things will be there. So up to sixth lesson you have basic mathematics. After that, it changed to statistics. So under dispersion, so you will learn about the dispersion of the data and the range and standard deviation, then the skewness, all those things will be there. So under this you will learn how each data is dispersed with comparing to mean. With compared to mean, how the data are dispersed. So it will be there in 8th lesson. And the 9th one, ninth lesson, it is probability. You have learned that probability in your O levels. So in probability you will learn about the concept and the rules, and as well as how to find out probability of several incidents and all those things, and as well as probability distributions. And the 10th one, the normal distribution. So probability distribution and probability is connected with this one, and as well as these are connected. So under normal distribution, we are going to talk about normal distribution tables, z-scores, and as well as how to find out the probability, of several incidents with compared to mean, through normal distribution, and as well as central limit theorem. 11th 11th one, it is regression analysis. Regression analysis. So in regression analysis, scatter plot diagrams will be there, and as well as coefficient of determination, coefficient of correlation coefficient, all those things. So you know, when it comes to graphs, there are linear equations. That means y equal ax plus b type equations are there. So in here, in regression analysis, we are going to find out how their relationship is. And how y and x is there in scatter plot diagrams. Can we draw a linear graph for that? Whether the y is depend on x, like that, we are going to find out the relationship. And 12th one, it is time series forecasting. So under this, time series means a data set which is collected over the time. We have a data set which is collected over the time. Through that data set, we can find out the trend, whether it is upward trend or whether it is a downward trend, all those things. So we can find out the trend. After that, we can forecast the future. So these things will be there. So now there are 12 chapters. Up to 6 and 7 you have basic mathematics that you have learned in O levels. And after that, from 7 to 12 you have statistics. Then that you have data and you get several information from that, and you are forecasting the future. So that is the whole part of this subject, BL2 business mathematics and subject. So as I told you, in here we are giving you examples, we are solving the problems, and we are giving you the practical knowledge. So try to understand through practical scenarios. Try to understand all the theories through practical scenarios. If it's so, you can get the basic knowledge and you can get it very quickly if you try to understand it with the practical scenarios. Okay. Now we have 12 chapters. Now I am going to talk to you about how we are going to prepare you for the final exam. You have 50 OTQs, as I said you in the earlier. You have 50 OTQs. Now I am going to talk to you about how the preparation is going. So now we have 12 chapters. So for each and every chapter, we have videos. So we will upload the video which is explain the practical scenarios, and which includes how we solve the problems and all those things, the theories and all those things will be there in videos. So you can watch those videos in anywhere, anytime, whatever it is, whatever time you want, you can watch the video. So we have videos now. And for each and every chapter, I am giving you a tute. But it is not the standard tute, because we have business mathematics, we have mathematics and statistics, so we don't have much more theories, but we should have the practice to solve the problems. So I'm not giving a tute, but this will include a flow chart which have all the important parts in the chapter. It is a flow chart where the whole chapter is summarized into one paper. one paper, you will have a flow chart. So when you are watching the video, you should have this tute. Take the tute and highlight the places that are much more important. And the third one, I am giving you some questions. So I will upload all those things. For each and every chapter, there will be a question paper. But it will include not the MCQs, not the OTQs. You have to do the summation. You have to do the summation and you have to practice it. So you have to do the summations. Maybe the number of questions will be depend on the size of the chapter. So questions will be there for each and every chapter. Fourth one, you should have a thorough knowledge about how to use your calculator. You should have a scientific calculator to do all these calculations. So to give you an idea about the calculator and give you an idea about how to solve these things in a quick time, we will upload a video for that as well. So to do these questions, to do these summations which are in here, you should use your calculator. And the fifth one, so you will have some questions. After all, watching videos and doing questions and all these things, you will have questions. So to solve that questions, we have a WhatsApp group. You can add those questions into that WhatsApp group. So I can answer when I am free. So all these 5 steps are there to make you prepare for the exam, to give you the best knowledge. Now, after that, we will finish the syllabus before a month. 1 month is there for the exam now. So within that month, we are giving some pilot papers. Some papers will be there, and the CSL will release some mock exams as well as pilot papers. So we will discuss all these things. Within that month. So you have enough time to go through the videos and doing questions and all these things. You have enough time to go through the syllabus and take the theory knowledge. And after that, there is 1 month for you to prepare for this exam. So when you are going to exam, you will have done adequate of questions. So you can sit for the exam without any fear. So be with us, be with Online Accounting.lk. So we will give you the best knowledge, we will give you the best theoretical and the practical knowledge which can apply in your future as well. So all the best.